everybody, good afternoon and welcome one and all to Barry Park, side of East Coast Farm Bets Young Māori Party, our oldest active club here in Civil Project Solutions Premier Rugby. That's Adrian Weil of WAIHOHU, the defending champions, catches the ball from kick-off. WAIHOHU, big, strong, undefeated. East Coast likewise, undefeated. Here in week 4, match referee Isaac Hughes with possibly the biggest pressure appointment of this week. This will really test your mettle as a referee. The sunny disposition of Isaac in between Young Māori Party and WAIHOHU. The biggest of big boppers. WAIHOHU, they don't find touch. This is Andrew Tautavalu. Fullback with a long pass, over long pass, little too long, missing there on that occasion his man. It was Tarrant. WAIHOHU failing to find touch, very unlike Calvin Smith. YMP now having to make some hard yards around about 15 metres out from halfway. Penalty WAIHOHU, first penalty of the game here this afternoon, and we are enjoying Civil Project Solutions Premier Grade Rugby. It has been exciting. Last week was a diversion. Our weekend off. Is that Calvin? Well, it looked like Calvin, but Calvin doesn't normally kick like that. Did you see the clearing kick? Very un-Calvin-like clearing kick from Calvin, the line kick. WAIHOHU with the throw. YMP play their rugby with a hard edge. I love it. They are tough. Many are tough, but they are the meaning behind the word. They are YMP. No score. First half of play. We were told that our assistant referees would be Les Thomas and Barry Shirley. Bruce Armai instead is on this side. WAIHOHU will send the big runners and possibly the biggest of all. Watch for Noa, likes to Tulsa Cowie. WAIHOHU on the charge. WAIHOHU looking strong. It's a Jacob Leaf. Jacob Leaf holds the ball up, and Leaf is like that. He's a wonderful value. Look at the strong stuff from WAIHOHU and the star. The dream star, Tioni Hubbard, with the first try. It didn't take them long. And you know, that's a strange start to the game because, of course, WAIHOHU missed touch with the first attempted line kick and really found touch in the strangest manner with their second attempt at line kick. Then Tioni Hubbard, a late change. Aditiamo did send that to me. I didn't have time to go through the changes. We were too busy sprinting down Gladstone Road until we were picked up by the patron of the New Zealand Rugby Union. Ian Kirkpatrick took a pity on us and dropped us off here at Barry Park. What is it when a man can leave home late and arrive with the patron? Only in Gisborne. 5-0 WAIHOHU with the early blow. Calvin, though, would still be shaking his head about that first line kick. Okay. Very good. Moses Christie, left-footed. They have a few goal-kicking options too today, with, of course, Moses Christie being left-footed and Calvin Smith with the right boot. One or two of the WAIHOHU forwards, so I'm told, also fancy themselves a goal kicker. I want to see Leach. I didn't get a chance to see much of him on Tiny Wide Opening Day, but you don't win the medal for no reason. Out there, number 7, Stuart Leach. What a wonderful day here at Barry Park, and I've got to tell you honestly, the surface looks good. I can remember it from my own playing days, admittedly a long time ago, 92 season. Certainly looking better than it did then. Tautavalu, the lanky fullback, around the corner style. Looks to get height. That's a grand restart. Ball is loose. Okay, Willis Tamatia has the ball here. Lock forward. Okay, Ra Broughton. Good pass up. Solid start here by YMP's forwards with the ball in hand. Penalty now to YMP, and this is kickable. Isaac Hughes has awarded 2 penalties in the game so far. Good. 7-0. YMP on attack for the first time. Lovely catch there by Willis. See the good catch. There with 2 hands. Nice catch there by Willis Tamatea. One try to Tioni Hubbard, late change. Starting line-up. The visitors here striking first. This is a home game for YMP. YMP, Young Māori Party, made a grand start to this season, 2022. Very good on opening day against the Pirates. 53 winners there from memory. Just a week later against the Ngarapa here, 31-20. And had a winners by 11 points. Then High School Old Boys, they beat 57-14. And try here. So YMP have got those 5 points right back. You know what? It didn't take them long. The way he blew that. Hand goes up from Isaac Hughes. Hand of God. And again, WAIHOHU dicing with death on that line kick. Tried to chew off a lot of turf there. Got it up near halfway, over halfway. So a brilliant kick in the end. 3rd penalty of the game awarded by Isaac Hughes. Jeff Party starting hooker. Hey Tom, did you get 7?
Come back! Over!
Darren. 7-0. WAIHOHU very big at scrum time, but YMP cannot be intimidated. Absolutely they can't. Great scrum battle as Ra Broughton is now the 4th penalty. This one going in favour of WAIHOHU. Jared Broughton, the tight head prop. You know, absolutely incredible size, because Toru Noa and company, Toru Noa is a big guy, and next to Jared Broughton, he looks tiny. $7-0, of course, landed the kick. WAIHOHU working their wonders at the front of the line now. They lead by 7 points. YMP have won a turnover here. I saw the referee's arm out there a moment ago. I thought he was indicating that the ball had gone forward, under advantage here. Correct decision there by referee Hughes. Sometimes, you know, the softer whistle can be the more effective one. In this situation, just enough that the boys can hear it rather than the big blast. 7-0 landing that first conversion. Lovely strike by Moses Christie. Classy. Calvin Smith, the 10. Mario Council. Try and keep an eye here on YMP. Good scrum pressure. It's a good battle at the scrum. You can expect it to be physical, and an important aspect of play, facet of play, YMP. Was the tackle made early? That's the question. That's a busy crowd. That was Willis Tamatea getting a pass away a moment ago. Stuart Leach, man, I love that. He's distinctive, Stuart Leach. There's no question about that. As he is at the moment, or at least for the next few weeks. YMP battling here in their own 22 on the beautiful day. Try and get out of their own 22. Even here in this situation, you've got to be patient. When you're in possession, you've got to be patient. You don't want to turn the ball over in your own 22. Can't afford to make a mistake. Halfback Ra Broughton knows all about pressure. So I said to my about, well, that didn't go forward. My understanding of the modern law is he threw it back and then the wind blew it forward. So that's okay. There was a time when if it went forward, it was just forward and that was all. Here's Brian Faituri White there with a nice pass. Away to his man, that's Darren Cox Petatiaki. Well, that's a bit of bad luck a moment ago for Waikohu throwing the pass backwards and it blew forward. What can you do? What can a man do? 7-0. Now Watoa Tavalu has the ball near halfway, 5 short of halfway. I thought that YMP had scored earlier, and they are dangerous here now. Is that Brian Faituri White? Genesis, the speedster. And this is some rough rugby here, and they've turned it over, but got the penalty. You know what I'm used to?
Good work, Jen. Good work, Jen.
7-0. Seen one fantastic try, Tioni Hubbard. He is very quick. He's not very big, but he is quick. YMP for the first time. About to apply pressure to WAIHOHU. They struck first. YMP 4 games into the season. Willis Tamatea. You know what? He's got to be one of the best line-out forwards the club competition has produced. At the moment, remember 7-zip. Got the conversion to go with the try. Christie converting that first try by Tioni Hubbard. Okay. WAIHOHU survive. Over there in that, as they see it, right corner. Tell you what, the quality of these two teams, you look at the defence. I thought YMP were very gutsy here at this end. They were under pressure for quite a while, and pressure from WAIHOHU was significant pressure. And they get down the other end, they work hard, they attack. These are 2 of the great clubs, not just 2 of the best teams, 2 of the great clubs. 2 of the great clubs. YMP, as in Serapirana Ngata, a massive name. Isaac Hughes, doing his best to stay calm. Darren Cox, Petatiaki over here on the right wing. They're going to go right. They're going to swing it. So Shade Scudder a moment ago. It's a bit tough to pick some of these guys up. And YMP creative close to the line. YMP, remember, if he hits the post and the floor, ball in hand, it's a try. Penalty now. YMP. Now they don't have to go back any further than the goal line, remember. They awarded that penalty very close to the goal line there, YMP. Of course, WAIHOHU can't retreat back any further than the line. Call a scrum right in front of the posts. This is where the rough get tough. Speaking of which, these front rows, Hayes Napier, Shade Scudder, Dylan Williams, Torunono, Matikairo Maguire, known affectionately as Mutz, and of course Jared Broughton. 6 immensely powerful individuals. And look at the back row for WAIHOHU, Wirral, Lloyd Morton. Back row for YMP, London, his muscles, Stuart Leach, Jess Carpeney. A lovely soft-spoken guy, but one of the most powerful guys, inch for inch, pound for pound. we've seen round here in many a long year and a short summer. YMP, where's Broughton? This is Carpeny coming around to the right. Jess Carpeny now straightens up. Big guy with a good pass. Good play here from YMP. Close to the line there, creative. You got to be tough, but also creative. And YMP, and for their first try today, in the end, it was almost too simple. Well, you know what? 7-5, 2-point game. That was really, that was very clever rugby, smart rugby there from YMP. Not for YMP to bash their heads against the proverbial brick wall. Well taken. 7-5 Isaac Hughes, the towering figure there of Andrew Toatavalu, the athlete in the flesh. We are seeing some good rugby. And, that doesn't surprise me because Carpeny, as I said, so big, isn't he? So strong. Someone's got to tackle him. Two guys got to take him, and in the end, not just big and powerful though. The hands there, the creativity. Wonderful here at Barry Park. These people, they look forward to their rugby all week long. Wonderful game that it is. National game, 7-all. Bruce Armine. One of our ARs. I tell you what, you got a long way to find a nicer guy and a greater servant of his community. Bruce Armine, police officer. Just an absolute gentleman, looking after Isaac, helping Isaac. At the moment, adjusting his wardrobe. Isaac Hughes. Once upon a time, kings and queens were dressed by other people. 7-all, converted try, 2 converted tries. There's nothing like rugby, there really isn't. Not for excitement, not for thrills and spills. And for action, what are we waiting for now? Isaac, still 7-all. In great position though. Both of our ARs have certainly changed. Neither of these are Les Thomas or Barry Shirley, that's for sure. YMP have drawn a level. 7-all, another whistle now in favour of YMP. Nice man up to the Noa. Barry Park, I'm going to say it again, I think it looks really good. It is in good condition. That pleases me. Wonderful venue. To be honest though, some of the coldest and roughest days in rugby that I've had were here at Barry Park. Not today. 7-all, if you love rugby, you love this place. In this game here, WAIHOHU and YMP drips drama. Shade Scudder is a young man who's had an enormous amount to do with the resurgence of the club, and to see YMP play so well in the last couple of years, I think has been a thrill. Willis Tamatea running hard, that's a Payafili Lava getting that last pass away. Where's Ra Broughton, the nuggety Rawati Broughton? That was the skipper, went down. He goes down the hard way. Watership down. Boot there from Payafili Lava. Going to have to show some urgency here. Moses Chris, the WAIHOHU taking their time. This is a Sedemaya waiting for the ball. He's got it now. Sedemaya has the ball. His first instinct is to run. And why not? He can run. YMP's defence though holds. Will the whistle blast? No, he holds onto the whistle there, Isaac. And very good stop. That Genesis. A good pass now to Toatavalu. Toatavalu to the line, throws the dummy. WAIHOHU hanging on. They're hanging on. It was a Cox penalty Aki a moment ago. Will there be a penalty? Surely, but when? And surely which way? And penalty now, WAIHOHU. 7-all trying to put pressure there on WAIHOHU. Really good rugby, really good tough hard rugby. The excitement and the tension. This pressure. Which one? If there's enough pressure. finds touch now. A thunderous touch. Found a magnificent touch a little while ago on the sideline. It was a big kick. I thought, to be honest, at that stage he might have tried to chew off too much turf, but he found touch. 7-all Bruce Armai. He's fiddling with his ear. These guys, I don't know if they're mic'd up today. Isaac Hughes with Bruce Armai. And down on the sideline, a couple of real legends of Poverty Bay refereeing, and David Hooper and Colin Shanks. Jeffrey Party to make the throw. Jeff Party. Party now for Adrian Worrell, powerhouse. Here's our Mario Council with a little kick through. Idea was okay. Here's our Petitiaki, going to straighten up. Man, he's solid as well. There are no string beans out there for a YMP. They're big, they're bulky. To be honest, you've got to be bulky in the modern game or you get eaten alive. Stuart Leach there, Stuart Leach. A fearsome sight. Good play there by Stuart Leach, and it's getting ready to go here from Isaac Hughes. Penalty now, YMP. Very even-handed, Isaac. The good-natured Isaac Hughes. All of these referees have a certain character. I enjoy all of them, to be honest. Need every single one of them. They're like hen's teeth at the moment. Tautavalu got a fine touch. Look at that, it's a strong breeze today that YMP are playing with. Could you believe that before? Tried to throw the pass and it blew forward. I don't know how many years that rule's been in effect, that if you aim your hands backwards and the ball goes backwards and blows forward, it's okay. I don't know when it came in. I know it came in a while back. The old days, forward was forward. Broughton, they're going to lift him. No, that's a Willis Tamatea. Here's Paya, Billy Lava. Certainly you've got there a first five who can run, man. That's solid stuff. They are powerful. These are YMP forwards. Here's that Audi Broughton. Caught there by Jeff Party. Old friends come together. Man, is it rough in there. That's a set London. Dishing it out to WAIHOHU. Broughton, there's always that feeling, you know, when you play for a club and now you're playing against them. Okay, Isaac Hughes with another penalty here in favour of YMP. It's a good sign when players retire, you know, and they don't whinge. A lot of the time that's simply because they've got nothing to whinge about. And, the decision is clear. Tautavalu, guns for touch. Happy to have big legs on a day like this because you've got to hit it pretty hard into the wind in that corner. YMP scored the last try. YMP scored the first one. The ball is loose. Worrell has it. Man, has he got great balance or what? Superb athlete. YMP with the ball there, courtesy a moment ago. That was well, that looked to me like Toru Nono. The bumping run. That's Jacob Leaf there with a good kick there by Jacob Leaf. A little bit too far, okay. I thought for a moment he might just have got the rub. No dice. Sometimes you try things, sometimes they come off and sometimes they don't. I wonder if the margin at the end of this game between these teams is going to be small. Can't really know at this stage, but I tell you something, the whole way through it's going to be keenly fought. The scrum battle, a line-out battle. Seen some excellent line-out work. Adrian Worrell on one side for YMP, Willis Tamatea for YMP. Marvellous ball those guys supply, good quality ball. Okay, well, that's a loose one actually. Nice pass there from Broughton, good pick up by Philly Lava, did really well. Philly Lava. It was YMP almost bumping him to the line there. He did really well there. Man, did well there, Philly Lava, that was Scudder. Here now is Stuart Leach, looking to free his arms up, looking to make the pass. Powerful stuff here from YMP, trying to impose themselves. A little high in terms of body position. Remember, scores are tied 7-all. YMP in dire straits here, having to get out of their own 22. And they are throwing everything at it. They're throwing Isaac Hughes out of the way. Tell you what, these guys, they just flick you out of the way. You're in the way, you're in the way. Isaac did pretty well there. It's always a hell of a shock, you know, as a referee when you get knocked to the deck. Well, it helps when you can roll. And, you know, 7-all at the moment. You've got to enjoy your rugby, I think. You've got to enjoy it. Gone are the days when you could just have your arms folded looking grim. 7-all. But they've got to get out of here, WAIHOHU. There's no doubt about that. They cannot live here in their own 22 against YMP, who are a very experienced side, who are disciplined, who are well led by Shade Scudder. This is good by WAIHOHU. Calvin Smith looking for touch. He did really, really well there. And you know, the truth is that the wind actually died down for a moment there. I'm loving this. Jared Broughton there, hulking to the line out. Sometimes these players actually have their own distinctive patterns of movement. I remember Nadimu Simpkins with the Simpkins shuffle. He had his own way of moving. Throw to come, Scudder to make the throw. Will it go to Willis? Will it be Willis? It's got to be Willis. No, out to the front. And good catch. It was Rapata Monica, we think. Here's a Stuart Leach there. Look at that. Coming in. There the captain. Make the tackle. Where's Raudi Broughton? They are willing. Jess Carpenter holds the ball. Marvellous pass. Tremendous pass. Jess Carpenter having a great game, you know. Ball skills. Passing the ball beautifully. Big man is super skillful. Really is. 7-all. We're enjoying what we're seeing here. Really tough rugby. Second time that referee Hughes has come a cropper. 7-all. Okay, and it's been intercepted here by Worrell. Can he link up with a quicker teammate? Got it away there. YMP trying to get back to halfway. Penalty now, YMP. Adrian Worrell with the intercept. Adrian Worrell, in a very real sense, saved the day. YMP kept on pounding and putting pressure there on YMP. And just when you thought they were going to crack, he emerges, Adrian Worrell. This rugby is dramatic and it's exciting. I've always said there's no such thing as a boring game of rugby. 7-all. They'd be feeling the pinch, those forwards. YMP's Hayes Napier, man, now he's got an outlet for his aggression. He's fantastic. Strong prop. Ferocious prop. And I'll tell you what, you talk about ferocity, you're in the right place. He's looming towards the line out. Adrian Worrell, though, the calibre of the back row forwards here. Adrian Worrell on one side, Stuart Leach on the other side. Not only that, you know, Jess Carpenter, been very impressive. 7-all. The back of the line out is Broughton. He would control the back of the line out, one would think. Hey, it's a good ball. Zach Kupu-Lloyd was wearing the 7. Strong stuff, WAIHOHU. They look well organised. These are the two top teams in the competition, top of the table clash. And their organisation is very good. This rugby is a step up on a lot of what we've already seen. Jeff Parry, the fearless Jeff. Jeff Parry, former WAIHOHU captain. He's lifted the Lee Brothers shield. He had that honour. I think he might have had that honour more than once. Look at WAIHOHU making ground in the 22 now. And they've turned it over. Got my man Hayes there. Tell you what, he is a tough guy. These guys here, 7-all. Isaac Hughes. This is good rugby too. They continue to take a shot, surely.
Turn it up, boys. Turn it up.
I think the only moment, okay, they've opted for a scrum. The only moment I've seen YMP be genuinely shocked when they tried to throw a perfectly normal pass and blew forward. Other than that, and missing touch once, I think they've been very good. Referee Hughes has taken a tumble. He seems to have recovered now. Praying that none of our officials go down today, because little nuggets of gold they are. Mario Council, the cheeky halfback, the quintessential cheeky halfback. Okay, YMP, defeated Morton. Here is Calvin. It's a tough pass picked up there by Hubbard, who now turns, gets to the 22, just inside the 22. Didn't have much opportunity to do anything. That was a Brian Vitali wide, joined there by, from what we could see in London. He is Viral with superb body position again, getting the ground. Oh, Broughton caught by YMP. They brought him down. Big game hunting YMP. Good tackle first up. Can't afford to let the big guy run now. Jacob Leaf throwing himself into the fray there. Round about 4 metres off the left touch line. YMP wants some more of their big boppers to get the ball. There's one in particular, YMP, straining for position. The ball is on the ground. Ball is on the ground. Good play here. What? No, none! Well, today has been a series of Minty's moments here. You know, you've just got to laugh. And today, well, I mean, that's what I think is quite funny. I'm not going to guess at the reasons, but the referee has been hit twice by the ball and once by a play. Gee, in my profession is you don't guess as to why, but there's no question that it has. This game, though, to be fair, to be honest, it has been played at a quick tempo. The teams are skilled. They pass well and they pass strongly. So you don't, to be fair, you don't have a hell of a lot of time to get out of the way. Mario Council. Entertainment Plus here at Barry Park. Drama, fantasy, comedy, now penalty, WAIHOHU. They've got to get back 10 metres, but remember, they don't have to go back any further than that YMP. And to be honest, they don't want to, because if what's coming, or what could be coming, does come, they'll want to meet it as early as possible. So they're going to scrum again here, YMP. They've called another scrum. This is an absorbing game. In terms of the pace of the game, it's slowed up a fraction, but now we're seeing pattern emerge. Now we're seeing YMP, who for a long time were stuffed in their own 22, now with an opportunity to put the blowtorch to YMP. Can they do it? Both sides have only scored one try apiece, so the defence too in this game has been pretty good. The first try was a shock try, well taken by YMP. Big scrum here, Tristan Morton, the 8-man. Okay, he's short there, quite short. Calvin over to, oh, that's a lovely pass by Jacob Leaf. Brilliant pass, a brilliant pass by Jacob Leaf. And he's over to score. That was set a mile back. You know, brilliant hands from Jacob Leaf. These guys, what they can do with a low pass, the average player would put that down. Not these guys, not Jacob Leaf, not Calvin Smith. They only need half an opportunity. I'll tell you, that was a lovely pickup. Might be lost on the average viewer, but lovely pickup there by Jacob Leaf. 12-7. You know, I thought he did pretty well considering the pass he got, Jacob Leaf. As soon as he managed to free it up from that point, it was going to be hard. 12-7. Anyone asks the question what happened there, I don't think that was a lapse by the defence. I think that was just a brilliant pickup by Jacob Leaf. And lovely hands. Sometimes a guy is just very good, and that's all there is to it. 12-7, 2 great tries. WAIHOHU, Johnny Hubbard, Lamar Davite. He's raised the flags again. 14 to, my understanding is that the whistle is blown on a main conversion, but 14 points to 7. Sometimes you peek and get stuff. 14-7, Bruce Armai, look at him. He's loving the work. He's loving the workout, Bruce Armai. Now, of course, this has to go 10 metres from Tautavalu. Lovely kick. Lovely kick. So Torunono underneath it does well, man. He's a strong sucker, no doubt about that. See what he did. Now Calvin Smith trying to get the ball over her heads. Ball takes a bounce there, and that's a wonderful piece of judgment. Yeah, 50-22. I think from memory, that's what Jacob Leaf was trying to do earlier when it went out on the fall. Outside the 22. Man, this is some good rugby. The hands from Jacob. You're probably not quite as loud as what I am. Everybody's got to be good for something. Anything. Okay. Well, you've seen very good goal kicking too. Now we have trainers out there. There was a time when, again, they were only allowed out in extreme circumstances. Now some come out with advice and water and all sorts. Hayes Napier's coming to the sideline. That's a shame because he is you talk about a prospect, he is a powerful guy across the chest. Man, what a build for a prop, that's it. Big beast. How about that? 14-7. Mind you. Okay. YMP have it. Broughton there with a fantastic pass. Lovely pass by halfback Broughton. Getting the ball into the midfield here, YMP, and not having to take all day to do it with that good width of pass from my brother Stuart Leach, their head bouncing around. You know, part of me, he looks so vulnerable there, Stuart Leach. WAIHOHU trying to blow over. They've got a turnover. No, they don't. They thought they did. They did, then they didn't. Isaac Hughes. Top of the table clash here is exactly what this is. These two teams, they are big, they are strong, and they have very good skills. And we've enjoyed the rugby that we've seen from them. It's been played in a good spirit too. Gone are the days, long time ago, of silly punches and whatnot. This has been very good rugby, and these guys should be commended for it. Kupu Lloyd, Jared Broughton, waiting for the ball. WAIHOHU forwards waiting hungrily for the ball. Stuart Leach, it's a shoelace problem. Okay, so it's Stuart Leach in a moment. Throw to come from Shade. Example setter for YMP. The guy that, to my mind, as a player, turned the club around. I don't mind saying it. Oh, Willis there with another good win. Shade Scudder holds on to the ball and runs into Jared Broughton. Man, did he do well. Oh, wow, Shade Scudder did well. Didn't turn it over. That's hit London. He gets hit hard right on halfway. They take a licking and they keep on ticking, YMP. What's going to happen now? Which way? That's a nice gesture there too. Tautavalu with a big boot. You don't want the wind to kick up. They are looking for touch and finds a splendid touch there, Tautavalu. Look at Dylan Williams getting over there first, the tight head prop. I love his attitude. Look at him, he's first there. Keen to get into it. You don't want prop forwards and front row forwards to take all day to get to a line out or a scrum. This from Dylan Williams. Enthusiasm. 14-7. So we've had 3 tries. The 3 tries that we've seen have been very good tries. And you know what? I've just had a thought of a lovely guy in rugby, really made this place his own, Jeff Goodall, for years. With the pads, the goalpost pads, locking away the flags. A guy that gave enormous service to rugby. Lovely guy. Where are the people like that these days? There aren't so many of them. But what he did for the game as a neighbour has not been forgotten. Throw to come from Shade Scudder. Oh, Stuart Leach can win line out ball too. Good win by Stuart Leach, filling half up. Running hard there. Calvin Smith. He and Jacob Leaf combining marvellously in the first half. The try to Sirimiah Bavai. He finished it off in the corner, in the right corner, but it was Brian Faitiri coming forward for a run. That's Toa Tavalu finding a touch, unfortunately, from outside the 22, and that's gone out on the fall. Tiani Hubbard got the first one. And, you know, the manner of, the way in which he scored it and the fact that he scored it with his quickness, it's really what you want. No good coming at YMP with a sledgehammer because it won't work. He was very quick, especially close to the line there, Tiani Hubbard. Didn't need to be asked twice. When you're small, you've got to be quick. You can be big and slow, but you can't be small and slow. It's not healthy. 14-7. 2 converted tries to 1. Margin at the moment only 7 points. Ball is bounced in the field of play. WAIHOHU getting to halfway, and YMP dropping off a tackle or two, which is unlike them. 14-7. They'll run hard. Ball is loose. Here's Jared Broughton towards halfway. They get him on halfway, but he threw them out of the way. Well, Jared Broughton there. And YMP go over. That's a, well, you know, that's interesting. They came back at the big guy. That's what you do. You get thrown off once. Like puppies. You come back and you hang on. I'll tell you what, talking about the individual again, those YMP forwards that came at Broughton there, they are big guys. They're not small. And they look small. 14-7. Good crowd here today. And 2, the crowd behaviour in Poverty Bay Rugby this season has been very good. Actually, I haven't heard any derogatory remarks. I think they've been sensational. And they've turned out in big numbers. I mean, yes, the kids muck around on the backfield, don't watch the game, but they never have. So 14-7, 7-point game. Must be minus a ball. We're waiting for one. Jeff Parry. I've been given Matakaito or Maguire. Jeff Parry with the throw. It is a real contest at the line out. That was Mario getting one away. It's going to be hard going up front today. It was hard going in the first half. It continues to be. So Isaac Hughes. Early stages, second half. 14-7 at half time. Chilly here at Barry Park. Named, of course, for the famous publican, David Barry. Made such a contribution to community life in the first half of last century. Historic Gisborne. Throw to come from Parry. Remember, he'll be throwing against the wind. So will he go low and flat? Goes long. Did really well there, Parry. You know, WAIHOHU, that's a tough line out to win. Playing into the wind in the second half, able to go deep, get the ball back. YMP ball now. You know, Jeff Parry, a very underrated front row forward. I've always thought so. For a start, the man is fit. He's very strong. Throws the ball well, makes good yards. Tough tackler. YMP, Paya Fililava strikes me as a player who could play more than one position, certainly not just first five. Wider out. He's had a pretty good game as well. Hasn't been a game where he's been allowed a lot of room to run. Certainly YMP off the back of the scrum have made some yards. They can get the ball wide, that is to the left, quickly. Ball taking a bounce here. Still in the field of play, this is Christie, Moses Christie. Plays the game with urgency, sometimes it may not seem so. Trying to get away from Toa Tavalu, dodging Toa Tavalu. You can run, but you can't hide forever. 12 metres on their own side of halfway, and now it's this Hubbard, ground. Okay, YMP, that ball going backwards in possession here, and YMP under pressure, under real pressure. Moses Christie there, isolated. The discipline of these teams, I mean, yes, they've been penalised from time to time, obviously, but their discipline has been very good. Not once has a team today been marched an additional 10 metres. Isaac Hughes making explanation. As you do.
Hold up, boys, hold up.
Okay, the restart of play by Calvin Smith as the ball takes a bounce. And they're going to look to generate something here, YMP, and they're allowed to make a good many metres. Just about to the 22, just short of the 22. Fililava holds the ball, throws the dummy, is caught there by YMP. Stands in the tackle, Ra Broughton. Okay, ball knocked down there by Jacob Leaf. The question before the referee is no ordinary question. And it is not how should men live. It is, was the knockdown intentional? Here's Bruce Armai. Bruce Armai and Isaac Hughes. Will the decision, if it is a deliberate knockdown, constitute a card? Okay, it's a penalty for the intentional knockdown. Well, Dylan Williams asking the question. Toa Tavalu finds touch. It is in that situation, though, that you've got to be so careful in gunning for the corner that you don't kick the ball dead. You just, honestly, that would be a disaster. YMP, of course, retained the throw. Willis Tamatea wearing that 16. Shade Scudder, very humble sort. Ko Tamatea and May Austin have done great work with these guys. Enjoyed seeing the fruits of it. Ball won against the throw there by WAIHOHU. They've got it back against the throw. It was very important that they did. Okay, here's Genesis. It was given to me in 11 actually, and some of these numbers are certainly, man, they're interesting to me. YMP, Adrian Wirral now. Calvin Smith, Jared Broughton off the wing, off the sideline. Jared Broughton there. Good play by Broughton, laying it back. Good play here now as Council. Over to Adrian, over to Jeff Parry. And the strong stuff continues. This has been superb rugby. Unbelievable rugby, brilliant rugby, hard rugby. had everything. 14-7, 3 tries. Okay, Waikohu Jeff Parry has it, throws a dummy, a Jeff dummy. A very little dummy. Mario Council now on Toru no. Coming hard there into Dylan Williams. Very strong defence by Williams. Now Adrian Wyro has the ball. A suggestion of a dummy pass. A long pass there a moment ago from Jacob Leaf. Bavai on this wing to use, remember. Scored once. Scored their second try, Waikohu. Only 3 tries in the game. Going to give it some air. That's all. While coming forward, went to ground hard. Okay, going to go left this time. Jacob Leaf has it. The sleight of hand. Jeff Parry getting over there, heavily involved. These are guys, even guys who've raised the Lee Brothers Shield as a captain, Jeff Parry. They don't rest on their laurels. They're out there doing it. Coming off the bench, whether they start or not, just going hard. The moment 14-7. No score yet in the second half of play. That was Wyro getting a pass away. Jeff Parry again, how can it have been? Cannot be in 2 places at once. Tell you what, these teams today have produced. So often you get a top of the table clash and it's a fizzer. This is not one of those. This has been really good rugby. All this build up about top of the table, and guess what? This has lived up to it. Been really good rugby, both unbeaten teams. Could it be tied at the end? Who knows? They certainly both want it. They've both shown up. Look at Bavai over there. Has there ever been an athlete like that? Look, Jeremiah Bavai. 1 try man at the moment. Still, he's ready to go. YMP throw, Shade Scudder. That's excellent play at the line out by YMP. They lost one on attack a little while ago. Waikohu now, Moses Christie's got to accelerate here. Get some support around him. Now goes down the middle, opts to go down the middle. Nice run here from Moses Christie. Good play from Christie. Brilliant run, actually. There's Hubbard there, hit hard. What a fantastic tackle. Was that Billy Lava? Because I tell you what, that was a tremendous tackle. Jeff Parry trying to get away now from YMP. Middle of the ground, middle of Barry Park. Look at this good rugby here. That's a tough one. Picked up there by no. Tremendous tackle there. By Billy Lava came across and put paid to Moses Christie. You know, he is deceptively quick. I looked at him before and I wondered if he was lackadaisical. No way. Just glides. That's what it is. He glides. 47, 3 tries. What a marvellous spectacle these guys have put on for the fans today. No wonder people are coming back to rugby. You know, this has been very good rugby. It beats sitting at home. 14-7. Civil Project Solutions, Premier Rugby. I think the union should be thrilled with this. I think the turnout's been great, the behaviour's been great, and the rugby's been very good too. Here's To'atala Tuvalu down the blind side. That undoubtedly went forward. No real need for people to ooh and ah and all that. It was very obviously forward, and Isaac Hughes was on it immediately. First half, he took a couple of bumps, referee Hughes, but being Isaac got up grinning. 14-7. In terms of the ARs, I did look around before I got up here for Les Thomas and Barry Shirley. They've given a lot already. Ben Holt. He's a character. Refereed Tudunga combined versus Wairau combined. And some head-on defence. Tell you what, some of the attacking play in the defence has been worthy of it. Outstanding stuff. Lovely passing here. Jacob Leaf has it. The Prince of Passes gets to ground. Will they clear now? Penalty YMP. Waikohu did not release the ball. And that is inarguably an excellent decision by referee Hughes. You know, sometimes as a referee too, you're very happy with that call because you know it's right. Some calls sometimes you must wonder, oh well, I hope. But that one there was definitely the right call. Ruling by the assistant referee over there, Ben Holt, is that WAIHOHU player was on the sideline, hit the line. Yeah, and I tell you what, you know you're winning when no one whinges. When the crowd doesn't whinge and the teams don't whinge, that's one you've got right. There have been no atrocious calls in this game. Once or twice people have come forward to query something or other. Yeah, that was for Willis Tamatier. That's a tough pass there from Broughton. Well picked up by Brian Faititi White. He did well. Andrew Tautavalu. Tautavalu holds on to the ball. Jacob Leaf gets bumped off by Tautavalu, and he's powerful, man. Yes, he's tall. Yes, he's athletic, but he's also a very, very powerful individual. Renava holds it up, and there, that was a tough pass. That was the act of a desperate man, an act of desperation there. I thought Brian Faititi White did pretty well with the pass that he picked up. Some of these guys today, the handling skills have been very good. The only passes that guys haven't hung on to a lot of the time have been impossible ones. Rugby of a high standard, I must admit. I don't know what's happening in other Premier grade games today, but if they're as good as this one, then they'll be a heck of a good game. OBM, of course, playing Pirates on Oval 1. High School Old Boys hosting Lasong Ngarapa on Oval 2. The beautiful Gisborne Oval these days. Mario Council, captain of WAIHOHU. What a great scrum battle now. Penalty YMP, and they are emotional. Bang the chest. That's what you do. Bang that barrel chest. I love it. King Kong thing, bang your chest. Man, I love it. Now Tautavalu, who has Genesis over here in 11. The emotion of winning a scrum, but you know, unless you've played there, unless you know what it's like to, yes, get one over your opponent, the thrill of it. The dungeon they call the front row. 14-7, WAIHOHU lead. Willis Tamatier has it. Raha Broughton, Faititi White. He's played well today. I think he's been a very calming influence. Once again, it's that tough pass. It's that one loose pass. And they're not, you know, to be honest, they're not bad passes. They're just a little loose. 14-7, Broughton catch up with his man, and WAIHOHU, their defence is resolute. Tell you what, they might concede a try or two, but not very often, and certainly no soft ones. 14-7 as Brian Faititi White is over to the right again and gets the ball. And there with a nicely timed pass as well. He's a thinker, Brian Faititi White, playing well at the moment. 14-7. And getting very close here, YMP. Can WAIHOHU hold them? And if they can hold them, for how long can they try? Okay. Now we've got a game on our hands. 14-12. 14-12. 14-12. And this is also the point at which goal kicking becomes a factor. Because, of course, WAIHOHU have converted both of those. Both of theirs, rather. They've converted both of their tries. YMP have only, well, now they've scored 2 tries, 1 conversion. These conversions have to land because obviously it's it's real blood and treasure to get a try. Draws the bead a long way back, Andrew Tautavalu. And I can understand that too. Obviously, he doesn't want the kick charged, so he'll go back as far as he needs to. He's on the right line, obviously. So, here 14-12, this to equalise. This to equalise. 14-12. Tautavalu has good height on the kick. Height on the kick from the tee. It's away, 14-12. How important will those two conversions be for WAIHOHU? 14-12. They, however, YMP, are within striking distance. Make no mistake, they've got plenty of gas left in the tank. They've got lots more rugby to come. You don't wait 7 days to run out of gas. 14-12. Exciting rugby here. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed myself. It has been exciting. 14-12.
That's about 15, 10 to 15.
Calvin. Got to judge the wind perfectly. Goes long. Ball drops. Okay, and produces the error. WAIHOHU now have the ball. There really is an art to the restart. And Jared Broughton has it now, and they descend on Jared Broughton. I'm like the four wins to get at him now. Atoru Noa. He comes hard. They're going to play this thing for another try in WAIHOHU. That's Adrian Wirral struggling towards the goal line. Tell you what, WAIHOHU getting very close here. YMP now defending their own goal line. And this was all from the restart. Okay, they must surely have had sufficient advantage. Well, that is a... Well, no, obviously that's not an advantage for the knock-on earlier. That's a penalty offence. Call there is offside play. No way, there's no rugby world where advantage would last as long as it did for the knock-on from the restart. So 14-12, WAIHOHU, what do they do? What are their tactics? Calvin Smith, and that's where, you know, when you've got brains out there, it helps. Got Mario Council as the captain, got the player coach out there, Calvin Smith. So all the decisions are made for the team, by the team. These guys, if they get an opportunity to watch this game later, this has been a really good game of rugby. It's been a hell of a game of rugby. It's been hard. No matter how quick or skillful, yet quick and skillful's okay, but it was hard. YMP WAIHOHU. Okay, excellent at the line out there, WAIHOHU. The line out has been a feature of today's game. It has been a contest here, the rolling maul for the first time from WAIHOHU. They're short of the goal line, well short of the goal line. WAIHOHU with numbers on the right, two guys on the blind. Now three on the blind. Have they turned it over, WAIHOHU? They have turned it over. YMP, who trail at the moment by two there with an errant kick. Ball takes a long bounce away from Jacob Leaf, who has recovered and has it back. Now towards halfway, well, he's tired. That's what it was, he looked tired. Jacob Leaf, an outstanding player, but he just looked exhausted. I can understand that. Do you know our man's name? The big fella? Jeez, he's big. Dakota Brown out there now. He listed here as 16. 16 is just a useful guide. Dylan Williams has played a fine game. He can be proud of himself. Dakota Brown. Jared Broughton's left the field of play. Okay. Scrum fed now by Broughton. Does well, they go right. Toa Tavalu with a kick and chase. In good position there, Christie did well. Ran away to the right, now throws the dummy, comes back to Tavalu. The call there may be that the tackle was uppish. Score of 14 to 12. 14 to 12. And I think, you know, there again, referee Hughes handled that very well. The tackle was uppish, but there was no malice. It wasn't in any planet dangerous. And so he penalised, you know, YMP, which is what he should do, but he didn't overreact. It needed a penalty. It didn't need anything more than that. And the other thing it didn't need was a protracted explanation. It was very good. And about a half a metre from, or maybe 1 metre from halfway. Tell you what, I can't, you know, I've got to mention the fact, told many years ago, Ian Kirkpatrick, patron of the Rugby Union, who dropped me off here, 289 first-class games, and in 289 first-class games never left the field to play for injury, once. And that, I can assure you, is a record. Might not be able to check up on it, but by God, it has to be.
Line speed, boys.
What was that old joke about rugby players, 80 minutes of trying to pretend they don't hurt, and football, 90 minutes of pretending that you are? 14 to 12, 14-12. That's a very good throw by Jeff Parry. You know, allows for a good contest. You know, that throw was about perfect for these conditions. It's a very difficult thing to throw the ball dead straight down the middle of the line out on a windy day. I suppose sometimes the hooker just wants to wait until the wind dies down. And then as soon as it has, get it in then. Can't take all day, obviously. Right on halfway. At a guess, 15 to 17 metres off the right touch. Difficult to gauge. 14-12. These teams 2 tries apiece. Scrum to be fed. By WAIHOHU. Okay, advantage here for WAIHOHU, who lead in the game, but by 2 points only. Half-time score was 14 to 7. YMP, a second half try. Now, the truth is, most of the time when these teams, these 2 teams in particular, are offered penalties, their first instinct is to run the ball, run with the ball. But if you have a reliable goal kicker with a scoreline like this, you could do worse than to take the shot. 14 to 12. This rugby is settled down now out there into a pattern, into a grind, but not a pointless grind. This is about WAIHOHU with field position, trying to work hard for what they're hoping would be the match-winning try. Nobody's going to bust away with a hat-trick here today. That's not going to happen. 14 to 12. Okay, YMP don't challenge. WAIHOHU at the line out. YMP content to drop back, try and make tackles on the goal line. Strong rugby here. WAIHOHU playing pressure rugby. If that's a Jacob Leaf, he's a good stepper. He'd be one you'd back. Where's Christie? That's Christie. He's got the ball. Christie to Bavai. Jeremiah Bavai. Off the sideline, doing his best, doing his darndest to get home. Ball is loose. Pops up here for WAIHOHU, and there's no whistle blast. WAIHOHU continue. They're right to the goal line now. And they free the pass up. Is that, well, it's tough to pick them up. Was that Kupu Lloyd or was it Adrian Wirral? Hard to tell. Okay. They're home. They're home now, WAIHOHU. And that is a big moment in this game. And you'd have to believe that it could be the match-winning try. That was Toru Noa. Huge effort. Seriously, today, you know the one thing I really struggled with? No screen. That's the only thing I've done. No screen. I can't. Yeah. Decent. 19 to 12. This game has been a good measure of the passion and the guts of these two teams, because the match effort from both of these teams has been, this is not a valedictory, but you know, 19 points to 12, this for 21 to 12. WAIHOHU knew that this was going to be a very tough game. They're the visitors here. YMP is the home team. It's going to take a very, very strong effort and a very, very big effort to prevail. And they haven't quite, not yet. Still at the moment. It's 19 to 12 now. It's 21 to 12. 21 to 12. That's 9 points. They've got to score twice now, YMP. Twice now in the time available. And I tell you that here today, as in the previous 3 weekends, or previous 4 weekends, lovely people at Rugby have enjoyed their involvement with rugby. The pictures are very good. And I'll tell you what, just a thrill to see local rugby and for everybody to be able to see it. See these games, a player to see what he's done. Not to whinge about refereeing decisions, but to see what they've done and how a game ran. Lots to ponder. 21 points to 12. It has taken a supreme effort, WAIHOHU, to open up that 9-point gap, because these teams were within 2-3 points of each other, really in spirit, if not on the scoreboard. They have drawn away 9 points. It's not a comfortable margin, but it is 9 points. It does require the scoring of 2 tries for a lead. Okay. Good pace here. Hubbard. Tautavalu trying to get over the top. Tautavalu penalised. And okay, Tautavalu, the word from Isaac Hughes. The players from both teams have accepted every decision in good grace. Really, they don't have an option. They've just got to live with it no matter what. (21 points to 12, a 9-point gap. Touch found there by the player coach. You couldn't say the performance was clinical, but you could say that it was very, very good. It needed to be. YMP have won 3 in a row, beat Pirates on opening day, and of course Stuart Leach, that wonderful forward, won the tiny white medal, a marvellous honour, a great honour for the club, not just for the individual. Jeff Parry, will it be viral? Okay, they'll go deeper. Okay, an interesting line out there. Jacob Leaf, caught around about 11 metres in to a YMP's half. That's Jeff Parry being caught, being mauled. He's had an outstanding game, he has. And typical Jeff, hasn't said a word, hasn't said boo, just plays the game. And in an era where sometimes players, far too often held up by players constantly querying the officials, that has not been the case today. I think the communication has been very effective. Doesn't mean that people are going to agree on everything, but there has been mutual respect. Senemeyer, Bavai just can't wait to get the ball again. Look at him. Born to run. Magnificent finisher.
Keep the space, Matty. Keep the space.
Putin. Okay, there's the left foot. Sedemire Bavai with great hands there from the winger. Bavai did really well, got to halfway and then a tough pass. Well, referee didn't need to blow the whistle, so he didn't. Bavai there trying to free up a miracle ball, you could say. YMP have it off a turnover. Okay, good pick up there. Good strong stuff. Here now is Genesis, Bartlett Tamatea, son of the mighty Ron Tamatea, known affectionately as Uncle Ron. Tamatea, YMP legend. Jeff Parry! Jeff has been everywhere. Adrian Worrell has it. Oh, wow, what a powerful run by Worrell. Pass off to Broughton. Broughton gets go. Oh, Sedemire Bavai there with a late hit. Man, look at Bavai. He was excited. Sometimes guys are excited. Stuart Leach brings him on. Wants somebody on. Somebody, anybody. 21 points to 12. Okay, a guy is down and needs help. Is that Jess Carpenter? Okay, Matt Hooter. I think the trainers too have been very effective for these teams. They haven't taken too long to get on and off. They've done what they needed to do. 21-12, a 9-point game. WAIHOHU and YMP have tested each other. They have been rugged. And here to be rugged earns you respect. Ruggedness is a value and respect. Stuart Leach having a word to his fellow forwards. He's Carpenter. Try and squeeze. WAIHOHU just once more. Shade Scudder has popped up for whatever reason. Okay, Jacob Leaf there with the Master Hubbard. Man, he's been lively and he fought with every fibre of his being. I love that whistle because it's not readily apparent which way it's going. Heard the whistle. There it is. 21-12. Sometimes there's that dramatic moment where you blow the whistle and you could go either way. Has been known. 21-9. Calvin Smith. Calvin Smith should be proud. His people today, no matter what the result, no matter what the margin, they have showed up today. You come here as the country club. You expect no favours. You give and expect no quarter. Look at Rowdy Broughton there. Man, is he fit. There's the halfback that's allowed to tell his forwards what to do because he can do it himself. Mario Council. Jeff Parry has had a magnificent game, I think. Jeff Parry. And has thrown the ball well too. And these conditions have been very trying in terms of throwing the ball. It's not easy to throw the ball in straight. Oh, Stuart Leach. Oh, good run there by Stuart Leach. A bumping run by Stuart Leach. Man, what a quality play. What a quality effort there from Stuart Leach. Let's got it. Good low body position. Excellent play here. Excellent play by YMP's forwards. Isaiah. Man, some of the hits that we've seen today have been hard and heavy. Hot and heavy here. WAIHOHU and YMP heard a big whistle there from referee Hughes. Tautavalu got to get a handle on Tautavalu. Tautavalu Bavai, and he's let Bavai for dead. He'll go and score in the corner. So 21 now to 17. 21-17. Is it beyond the realms of possibility? Is it even a remote possibility? Will time allow? At the moment, 21 points to 17. What it must be is a goal kicker to be haunted by the spectre of a missed conversion, of a conversion missed earlier. But you can't think about the one that you bombed earlier. At the moment, 21 to 17, 2 minutes. So they are a chance. YMP are alive. They got 2 minutes, I think I heard it said. And you can't get it to come back enough, but almost it's unimportant because you've got to score a try. 21-17. You know, Tautavalu, what he did there is he just decided to score. That's what happened. He just decided, now I shall score. 21-17. If only it was that easy for most of us, for any of us. I feel like a try. 21-17. Oh, look. 21-17. How about that amazing gas? I mean, shit in my bad, mine's not slow either. Okay, and the restart's gone a little long. Okay, and they are going to bring everything they can now, YMP. Last gasp effort, 21-17, down by 4, needing a try for victory. Stuart Leach, was Isaiah Leach a moment ago. Tautavalu, the man who could win them the game. Could win them the game. Ball is on the ground, and now penalty WAIHOHU. 21 points to 17, a 4-point game. Alan Hogarth having a word down here. Isaac Hughes. Mario Council. Got to find touch. Okay, nobody all of a sudden wants to kick the ball out. They're dragging their feet. Jacob Leaf has it. Well, will Jacob Leaf kick for touch? They said a scrum. Well, they're going to kick for touch here. Calvin Smith. 21 points to 17, a 4-point game. Nervous tension. Hanakura Brown. Mighty prop. Front of the line out here against Toru Nono. Tell you what. Those guys mean business. Jeff Parry. Kupu Lloyd or Adrian Wirral? Which of the two? Kupu or Adrian? Adrian Wirral, great win. So, okay, the throw wasn't straight. We'll have time to pack the scrum. Okay, the throw wasn't straight. Isaac Hughes applying there, I would say, a very high standard. Because I've seen some rough ones over the years. (21-17) to WAIHOHU. It was 14-7 at halftime. 14-7 at halftime, and YMP, that legendary club, fought back. Big scrum here. YMP, Lava. How much running do they have? And it's an intercept try. It's an intercept try as it Hubbard. Trying to get it, oh man! It's thrown down. YMP in goal. What's the ruling going to be here? We know the score. 21 points to 17. 21-17, a 4-point game.